I've looked up to Garyvee since middle school.
Hey everybody, this is Garyvee, Nerd Chuck.
Before he was a $100 million entrepreneur, when he was just some guy selling wine for his dad a few miles from my house, I thought he was a god. I was so inspired by his tenacity, his energy, his commitment to a family business. Gary was everything that I wanted to be. I had the courage to tell my mom I wasn't going to law school because of one of his videos.
College is the racket. Zero reality that gives you a piece of paper that does not map to anything that's going on in the real world.
Even though I knew it destroyed her, I had Gary on my side.
Sorry, Mom, fuck off. He's gonna fucking lose. Get him the fuck out.
I named our first YouTube series Ask T&H after Ask Garyvee. My office, for God's sakes, is stolen from his. My company, Theo and Harris, is modeled directly after the innumerable content and character-driven retail models that I listened to Gary outline time and time again. I'm 22 years old. My company is worth several $1 million. I get to live my dream every single day because of Gary.
If you want to be an anomaly, you've got to act like one.
But here's my problem. His messaging around the mindset young entrepreneurs need for success, probably one of the most important issues in entrepreneurship, is wrong.
You're fucking 21. Like, I get that you want to apply it. Like, I want to apply it too. Lack of patience, bro. Wrap your head around not giving a fuck about any advancement till you're 29, but then every day trying to get better, you will fucking win. Just close your eyes until you're 29.
I get it. Gary wants young people to put their heads down and work, not worry about where they are in the grand scheme, because that way they won't get bogged down by their unimportance or lack of current success, and then in turn sabotage their actual success.
Patience, man, patience.
Here's where I agree. I don't think that an entrepreneur, someone that needs to literally bleed for their business every day, can succeed if they're impatient, if they're being bogged down or caught up in or held back by their current underwhelming level of success. I get it. It's too much work. It's too fucking hard to keep up with without the light at the end of the tunnel. But closing your eyes until you're 29, sticking your head in the sand, ignoring where you are, how insignificant your progress is, and yeah, how little you mean to a market at a point just because you can't handle the truth, it's an awful idea. I think it's childish. You know what? No, it's bratty. Redirect that dissatisfaction. Don't let it depress you. Own it. Use it as your fuel. Learn to be okay with being a zero for now. Gain the confidence to know that your plan and daily execution, which I am sure you've reviewed over 1,000 sleepless nights, is going to get you somewhere.
I think video is a big separator. You start looking for those white spaces.
Know this, even if your industry thinks you're a joke, you're onto something, that your idea is smart, your work is impressive, and that one day they'll know your name. To say that kids, young entrepreneurs under 29, can't handle being unimportant is bullshit. Ilias, our 16-year-old German filmmaker, is a bug on the windshield of his profession, and he knows it. But does that stop him from putting in the work, from one day becoming an authority in his field? No, it drives him. He doesn't hide from the truth, he lets it fuel him. Anna, teenage employee numero uno. This girl eats her mistakes for breakfast. She, probably more than any other entrepreneur I have ever met, is aware of how flawed she is. She tattoos her errors on her forehead and betters her work. These are monsters. They're imperfect nobodies that grind to the bone, and they inspire the shit out of me. My point? If you're a zero, you're a zero, eyes open or closed. But if you're aware of that reality, if you understand that everyone was a nobody once, and that realistically, not emotionally, but realistically, you are headed somewhere, you can get ahead early. Don't let Gary baby you. Give yourself the credit you deserve. You are entirely capable of owning your mistakes and insignificance. They're small, they're temporary. You can be a 25 or a 28-year-old on to something. laying real foundation for an incredible future. And I get it. It's hard to be aware. It's hard to be a 22-year-old and immature like I am, constantly comparing yourselves to people that are truly successful and always falling short. But too bad. It's part of the job description. It's what we signed up for, and frankly, it's a very small price to pay. I know exactly how unimportant I am and how average my company really is. But instead of letting it eat away at me, I redirect the pain of that reality. I turn it into fuel. So no, don't close your eyes until you're 29. You're so much better than that. You want to be an anomaly? Act like one. Right, Gary?